So Linda Stevens is here, and of course, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what this is. Red Dirt Black Gold is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Another opportunity for trash.
Yes. But if you think you don't have anything to do, and there's never anything to do around here, you should be able to find plenty this weekend.
That's right. So
yes,
they'll start at 5:30. There's a
in the evening, not
in the evening.
morning.
That's right. Yes. Thanks for the clarification.
Well, you never know. If it's balloons involved, it could be 5:30 in the morning. You never know.
So. That's true. I'm hearing also. Speaking of balloons, the first weekend in November is the Balloons and Tunes weekend, and they're going to have hot air balloons lifting off from the Eagle Draw, and then for the Balloon Glow, which will be on Saturday night.
I just saw that. Heirloom Acres.
Okay, you saw that?
It was on the chamber chat, I think.
Ah, okay.
Now, if I'm it was either there or, I read it somewhere.
I was told about the event, but I was told we're not talking about the event
yet
and where it is until we get closer to the event.
Okay.
But then it's already been put out.
So disregard everything I just said.
So I am attempting to maintain the confidentiality.
Maybe it was in the paper. I don't know. I just read it.
Tell me things.
So, yeah. I couldn't have made that up, though, because I would not have known. So I had to have
You had to have seen it somewhere.
Yes. But we can narrow it down to just tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, maybe I misunderstood, but I was told that the Balloon Glow is going to be going on, but it's going to be at a nice location, and they're really going to start promoting it like the week of the event. But in any case, it's going to happen.
Oh, sure.
It'll be nice.
Weather permitting, of course.
Well, always.
Yes.
Is always.
Because, in this part of the country, you can have 4 seasons in one day and never know.
Yeah, exactly. We can experience them all. Mud.
Oh, yes.
Mud, dirt.
Yes.
Tumbleweeds. There's tumbleweed season.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And then there's the grass that gets stuck on the asphalt pavement.
Oh, the needle grass.
The needle grass. So there's needle grass, mud, tumbleweed.
I was more thinking of hot and cold and sun and rain and, then the next day you can have a dirt storm or something. It's just,
Hey, let's talk about Yard of the Week. And Jeffrey has the pictures ready to roll. Let me pull up the email that you sent me that described the Yard of the Week recipients this week. And so, Jeffrey, we're ready when you are.
Now, that's not Denise in the picture. That's her daughter, Jo.
Okay.
Because, there's people that just, I really don't want my picture taken. Okay, fine.
That's okay.
So,
the bright yellow front door at 1505 West Washington is just the beginning of the beautifully landscaped yard. And I think one of the pictures is of the front door, the yellow door.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the porch.
The porch. I don't know if you have that one ready to show since I mentioned that, the front porch.
Well, eventually it'll get on the screen.
Okay.
We hope.
Oh, no, it will. It will. Denise Galvan has put in many years of hard work creating something from nothing to get the plush grass, the beautiful plants, and the perfect Southwest decor for a welcoming entrance to her home. So let's take a look at that entrance and the yellow door. Yeah, let's look at the next picture there. Not being afraid of color made it easy to choose a lot of the pieces that make up the porch vignette. Let's look at a picture of the porch. And the yellow door and the welcoming vignette.
Maybe he's
there.
Not back there right now.
I don't know.
Potty break or something. Who knows?
That could be.
There we go.
Let's see. That's part of it there. Yeah, that looks good. Well, he may be still downloading and cropping and getting them all.
This is true. This is
ready
true.
to go. There's another version. I was looking for the wider shot of the porch, but that's okay.
Well,
we're going to see them all.
I really think it's in there somewhere.
Oh, I know it is.
Oh,
okay. I know it is. She confessed that all of this yard work is really therapy, to which I can agree. Congratulations, Denise Galvan, 1505 West Washington in Artesia, New Mexico, Yard of the Week. And I just got the pictures and posted it up on our Facebook page. Let's see, where might they be?
Yeah, there's a black hole out there. Just because I sent them yesterday, they didn't get here. It was very strange. So I tried, And this is the last yard for this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
Do you have that other picture, like of the whole porch area there, Jeffrey? I know he's trying to get them downloaded and cropped and edited. And,
well, that's part of it.
That's part of it there.
Surely there's...
No, that other. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of right there.
Okay,
yeah.
yay.
Thank you. That's awesome. So the yellow door, and then there's lots of pumpkins and pots and the
It's
southwest.
kind of a real, southwest. Because I've got, in my house, somebody said, well, what's your decor? I don't know. I've got Indian, I've got Southwest, I've got Western, I've got Mexican, I've got, antiques. It's just a little bit of everything. And I read an article or something, and it says, if you use all of this mix, it looks like it was built or accumulated or designed over time. It's not like you went down to Charlotte's in El Paso and bought this vignette, because then when you go somewhere or somebody comes to your house, you can say, oh, this is Charlotte's house, this is American Furniture, this is, whatever you bought, when Assistance League over in Carlsbad used to have open house, or tour of homes, I guess it was, in the first part of December each year to raise money.
Another thing COVID killed.
Well, I think there was a lot of things before that COVID didn't have anything to do with, but
no, just blame it on COVID.
No. Well, anyhow, I used to go to those open houses, and there was one huge house, I will not mention names, that was over on the river that was fabulous. And I was determined I was going to go that day. Well, that day I was out in the front. There was a limb that had busted off an elm tree in my front yard, except it was still hanging. And it was big enough that it really needed to come down, because I could just see somebody walking on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden it decides to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a garden rake and hook it and yank it to see if I can continue to break it off or peel it or whatever it's going to do to get it down. Well, the rake slipped, and I landed on my tailbone.
No.
So hard. And, of course, you have to jump up, because, how many thousands of people could have been seeing you at that moment, like, oh, this was nothing. I intended to fall down and,
That's right.
kill
Part
my
of the plan.
tailbone.
Part of the plan.
It hurt so bad, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
And the limb was still there, and I cussed it out and, went on. And several days later, it fell by itself. But I put my little high heels on, and I went to that open house, and I was very disappointed. The flower and floral arrangements in it were beyond incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't tell anything about the people that lived there. You couldn't tell what they liked, what their taste was or not. It was just there.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Charlotte's vignette or Ashley's vignette or Western Furniture's vignette or whatever, or Skeens or whomever, pick a furniture store. It was just there. It wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't know if I like this house or not. It's a, it's a fabulous residence, but you couldn't tell anything. And the cutest room in it was
kind of bland.
Was the children's playroom that was kind of tucked under the eaves up top, like a hidden little, and it was cuter than all get out.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was just there.
Yeah.
And it was.
Well, you don't get that impression from this Yard of the Week.
No.
No. There's all kinds of neat little things.
And
there.
I have been in there, and she's got great decorated. Very. Kind of Western Southwest, but great decor.
And Jeffrey, you can go to a different picture. When we were talking about the entryway and the yellow door, this was the picture I wanted to see. But now you've got a couple of other pictures. So if
there was on Hometown on HGTV. They had it was one of the where they went and attacked a town and remade it and helped Hometown Makeover, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
Anyhow, to just do a small update to your home is to paint your front door. A color. Pick a color, any color.
Okay.
And give your door life. And when you have a whole neighborhood that has done that, it's amazing how much difference it'll make. It doesn't have to be hot yellow.
Right.
It could be a navy blue, or, if your door's always been black, maybe paint it white, or red is a good front door color, or,
So this looks like this is to the right.
Yes.
There's the door and the green
You barely
rocker.
see that little yucca sticking out there. The seed
and then,
pods.
so just to the right of that, there's the rest of the chair, and there's a little, what do they call it, a like a
Chimenea.
chimenea, okay, in the corner, and some more wall hangings, and then, of course, the lovely plants in the front yard.
And she plans on putting a cactus garden because if you kept going right onto the other side of that garage door, there's a strip in between the fence of the neighbor's fence and her house, which is now gravel. And
she's going to put a cactus yard
yes.
there? Okay. Oh, cactus garden?
That's going to be, a cactus garden.
Okay.
So real southwest, real xeriscape, you might say. So, doesn't require
And then
lots
this
of
looks like
maintenance
this
and
is
water.
to the left of the door.
Yes.
In that part of the entryway. Is that like a planter box there or just a wall?
It's just a short wall, a little pony wall.
Uh-huh. Pony wall.
Well, that's what they call those half wall things.
Sounds fine.
Trust me.
Now, is that a metal art bulldog there?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is really neat.
Yes.
That is awesome. And then the planter has looks like a cactus of some kind there.
Agave or some sort.
So that's a metal art bulldog. That is really cool.
And of course, when I take the pictures, the plants have not had their blooms on them right this minute. Earlier in the summer they were blooming like crazy. So either they're going to start their second cycle of blooming or whatever. But yeah, color. She's great with color.
I like that little bulldog. That's pretty neat.
I'm sure he's made out of old recycled metal parts from Mexico.
Yeah,
You know, they're so creative down there.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's really neat. So it's 15.
1505.
I know. Come on, open. I'm just trying to go back to the document that I had open, and it's not. Where's the article?
I had nothing to do with that. 1505 Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you know where it is.
But
That's weird.
it's a very successful little program that we do throughout the summer. Everybody seems to really like it and is always very pleased and humbled when they find out that they have been chosen or somebody has nominated them. And they always, us? How? Why? I said, somebody loved it and decided that you're very worthy.
Yeah,
So-
1505 West Washington. Denise Galvan is the homeowner there. Well, and I was telling Linda off air, other than some of our sports activity, it's the most viewed, shared, commented on posts that we have on our Facebook page every week.
And I just think that's great.
Yeah.
Interesting, but great.
Yeah.
And I read you one that was 2 weeks ago, Yard of the Week. Some friends of theirs in Montana had been listening to me yak on the radio and saw pictures and contacted them, and because they were amazed. You wouldn't think somebody in Montana is watching our radio station, and so they were joking, says, "Oh, we must be famous." I said, "Yeah, you are."
That's true. Now, starting next week, I want you to, since the Yard of the Week is done for the year and doesn't resume until everything starts to bloom and come out in the spring, Lana and I have been kicking around. We either the dump of the week.
Do you have a hold harmless letter for me?
Yeah, I'll take the one I got, and we can white out the.
Well, the house over on 26th, that's 2 blocks down from the intersection there of Main and 26th, is all cleaned up. I almost had a wreck. I drove down there and I go, "Oh my gosh!"
We decided we couldn't call it dump of the week because that might not be a true representation of what's going on. I can't remember what we came up with.
Well, somebody told me that they had cleaned that up and had driven by and seen people in hazmat suits cleaning that up. And I understood that the place was condemned. Now, I don't know whether
that could be.
was,
Could be. So we're back to there's the, and you said that's the daughter?
Yeah, Joe.
Joe, okay.
J-O.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Did I meet her yesterday we had the high school had their job fair, and
You might have. She works for an oil company.
Oh, okay. Oh no, she's out of high school.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's a resemblance there to one of the students who's in the band that came by to look at the video
that
stuff.
Could very well be. She has a sister that's in high school that's in band.
That might have been her sister then.
Could have been.
They came by to.
Could have been.
And it was what did we call it? Eyesore of the week.
Eyesore of the week.
Eyesore of the week. So we didn't want to use the word dump, so we thought eyesore because it may not.
You really want to do that? Sure. I want to be tomatoed and shot. Yeah, just my
Or
perfect
have
idea.
have your garage pelted with pellets.
I don't have a garage, so.
No, but there's a famous New Mexican who's running for high office in the state whose garage got pelted with a pellet gun, and they
Oh,
broke
my
a window in
gosh.
the garage. And they called the police, and 4 hours later, the police
Police
arrived
showed up.
to
Because they had been defunded by our glorious governor.
Anyway, eyesore of the week. So, the problem with that is it's one thing to call them a yard of the week, and people appreciate that, and
Yes.
and they like the recognition for all of that. But if you start accusing somebody of having an eyesore,
Right.
then there's probably going to be a lawsuit.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Well, let's just
stuff like
say there's quite a few of those around town, shall
yeah.
we?
But that would be
And we aren't giving addresses, and we aren't naming any names whatsoever. In fact, I don't even know who lives in the houses that are the big eyesores. Some
Yeah.
of them are actually landmarks in a sense where, well, if you're going to this place, you turn right where you see the,
That's true. That's true.
and you know who you are.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing. You know who you are. Get out there and do something about
Well,
it.
maybe they just don't care.
I'm sure they don't.
It's their property.
Yeah.
They own it. It's their property, and
Yeah.
that's how they want it to be. Maybe they don't even consider it to be an eyesore.
No.
And
'Cause when you see the forest for so long, you don't even see the trees.
So it's hard to make that accusation stick. It's one thing to say yard of the week, and they're working on it and they're cleaning it up
Oh,
and they're
yeah,
planting
making it
flowers,
beautiful.
and making it beautiful. So if you recognize them for that, then you get good things. But if you
Right.
accuse somebody, that's not an eyesore.
And
Everything is exactly where I want it, and I know where it is, and I'm working on that, and I'm going to fix that, and I'm going
Yeah.
to get to that, and that's on my list. And if I could get my deadbeat son to come and help me, I'd get that thing done. And so they don't want
Sure.
to be called an eyesore.
No. But Carlsbad has, and it's probably Keep Carlsbad Beautiful, has a wonderful ad on your radio of everybody get out there and mow their yard and
Oh, yeah.
try to clean up. And, it does take everybody to
That's true.
make a town. And yes, because maybe of my job, I see what is out there,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody should drive around and look, because until you really look, sometimes you don't see what is really there. And there's some pretty appalling yards.
Yeah.
And if people would just get out and cut their weeds,
Yeah.
or cut their, I
Or
mean, now
maybe-
it is weeds because
Right.
they grew so wonderfully when
That's
it
right.
rained.
That's right.
Pick up the trash. Just we can't make it any easier for you in the spring besides having traveling dumpsters or cleanups or providing materials for you to do a cleanup. Bags, gloves, grabbers, whatever you
We've
need.
got about a minute left. If people do want to do some cleanup around
Oh,
there.
please, yeah. But just because Public Lands Day is done doesn't mean you can't do a cleanup.
No, I understand that.
Yeah,
But do you still
any
have
time
bags
of the year.
and gloves
Oh,
and
of
stuff
course.
like that?
That's what I mean. Anytime you want to do a cleanup, you see me. Call the office at 575-748-3192. Now, if you're really desperate, call my cell. Same 575-513-0143. I will provide you all the bags, gloves, grabbers, vests, whatever you need. I'll give you a location to go clean up. We really need this town to look really
Yep.
really good. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends on tourism dollars and people relocating. And when it looks like a dump
Yeah.
or people don't care, that prevents people from staying and putting those heads in beds and spending their dollars.
So congratulations to Denise Galvan, 1505 West Washington, the yard of the week.
Yes,
And we look forward to sharing those yards next year.
it's a thing of beauty.
There you go. All right, Linda, thank you so much. Have
You're
fun this
welcome.
weekend. And we're going to take a break.